Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Eliza Demarest, and I'm here with Kristen Hilmer to share a little bit more about the Abundance Project and this mission of health and wellness we're on. So first of all, what is the Abundance Project? We are on a mission to help people tap into abundance through health, personal development, and empowered business. Our goal is to help as many people as possible reclaim their physical and financial well-being. And we envision a world where people are thriving and not surviving, a world where the power of fruits and vegetables and simple nutrition is regarded higher than any artificial quick fixes, a world where people truly have the power to design their own lives, and a world full of abundant health and abundant wealth. We've also partnered with the Healthy Living Revolution, which is all about inspiring healthy living around the world. We've locked arms with thousands of others on this mission to help as many people as possible create more abundance in their life. Before we get into that, we'd like to share a little bit more about what's going on in the world of health and wellness and give you a peek into how this has affected both of our lives in big ways.
So my name is Kristen, and I thought I was this really healthy and happy mountain athlete here in Colorado, but I didn't truly understand the power and depth of whole food nutrition. I was paying attention to carbs and proteins and calories, which was this super vicious cycle for me. I had spent over a decade spinning eating disorders and anxiety and depression. So when my friend first shared this program with me, I liked that it wasn't focused on what we were missing, but what we needed to add. And I think it's great to eliminate things in our diets that cause inflammation, whether that's from stress or illness or working out. But when our body doesn't have the tools and the building blocks that it needs to repair itself, there's this compounding effect of negative things that can occur. And it really comes down getting enough plant matter into our bodies on a daily basis. We all know that eating more fruits and vegetables is good for us, right? Most people don't actually realize how many fruits and vegetables they're supposed to be getting. So hold up your fist for a second, just play along. And this is one serving size. And I want you to think about how many serving sizes, the size of your fist, did you get yesterday or on an average day? So the average answer that I get is usually somewhere from 1 to 4. So if you're in that range, it's totally normal. But do you know how many you're supposed to be getting? It's actually 9 to 13 servings. 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables the size of our fist, literally every single day. So when we're doing this, there's a compounding effect of good things. But if we're not getting that in, there's that compounding effect of not so good things that can lead to a number of different health-related issues. So a lot of you might be wondering why it's so high. And it's because of the produce that we're eating. When you go to the grocery store and you see rock hard avocados or green bananas, that produce is telling you it was picked way too early and it wasn't able to develop all of its micronutrients. And on top of that, it's been shipped hundreds of miles, if not thousands, and every day it's off the vine, it's losing nutrition. So think about this. To get the same amount of vitamin C in one orange 50 years ago, we have to eat 5 oranges today. And that really helped me understand the gap in my nutrition that needed to be bridged.
So about 25 years ago, this really amazing company called Juice Plus figured out how to create concentrated fruit and vegetable powder and put it into a capsule. Now, I feel like the second I say the word capsules, people's brains immediately jump into supplements and vitamins. So I just want to reel you in for a second. Even though it comes in a capsule, it's one of them, it is not a vitamin and it is not a supplement. You can actually see here the label reads nutrition facts. And so if you were to go into your supplement cabinet and get out a multivitamin, it's going to say supplement facts. And that's because it's synthetic, isolated, and fragmented. Nutrition fact labels, like Juice Plus says, are for food products only. For example, if you go get a bag of frozen broccoli, it's going to have a nutrition label. So even though this comes in a capsule, it's just fruits and vegetables. Think salad bar in a capsule. We have a fruit, veggie, and a berry blend. My favorite part to share about Juice Plus is how it's made. So Juice Plus works with small to mid-sized farms over North America. They grow the produce where it grows best, and they actually let it vine ripen, which is really important in the amount of nutrients and the density that it has with the nutrients. The fruit and vegetables are often then ground up. The fruit and vegetables are then ground up, which is better than juicing, so you get the fiber in it. We use the entire food, including peels, leaves, and seeds whenever possible, which provides way more nutrition For example, an orange peel and an orange, 80% of the nutrition in an orange is in the peel. I don't know about you, but I'm not eating orange peels every day. So this is a really great way. If you do have a gap in your nutrition, it is dried. So all the powders are dried at low temperatures to preserve the live nutrients and enzymes, and then put into a capsule or chewables. The other, one of my other favorite things about Juice Plus that really attracted me to it was that it's scientifically proven. I know there's a ton of things out there today and it can be really confusing, but that's why I respected this company so much, because they've done the work to prove that we know what fruits and vegetables do to the body, and that's exactly what the science shows for Juice Plus. Juice Plus is the most researched nutritional product in the world, with close to 40 published studies in peer-reviewed medical journals done by some of the most prestigious labs around the world. Our most recent addition to the Juice Plus family is one of my favorites. It's the vegan omega blend. We pack omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 into one plant-based capsule by skipping the fish, going straight to the source, which is deep water algae, and by utilizing naturally occurring omegas in other plant seeds like tomatoes, pomegranates, and buckthorn seed berries. Our omegas are cold pressed, and like the rest of the Juice Plus product line, everything is tested with the highest standards through an NSF certification.
So this last piece, which was much more transformative than I would have thought, is our vegan and gluten-free shakes that come in both chocolate and vanilla. Yes, they have the protein, the superfoods, and all the things that people care about, but for me, the biggest component was prebiotic fiber. So we all know about probiotics, right? But not everyone understands that those probiotics need to be fed. So prebiotic fiber feeds the good bacteria in your stomach so it can make a home. And all of these things work together synergistically to optimize gut health. So when your gut is happy, inflammation in the rest of the body can start to decrease. And inflammation is the #1 leading cause of all disease. And consider that about 90% of your serotonin is made in your gut. So that's the happy drug that our body makes. And a happy gut truly makes for a happy human. So once I started understanding whole food nutrition, my body looks and feels better at 31, and it's easier to maintain than when I was in my 20s. I'm no longer on medications to help with anxiety and depression, and not every day is perfect, obviously. But real food through these whole food concentrates has helped me heal on so many levels. So this sort of lifestyle is not a weight loss program, but a nice result on this journey for me has been dropping 30 pounds and being able to maintain it. I learned how to work with my microbiome, my gut health, to have my body work with me instead of me feeling like I was constantly depriving myself from cravings and not having willpower. And not only did my cravings change, but that inflammation went down in my joints so I can run and climb again. And my immunity has increased alongside my muscle recovery and strength. So I'm going to pass it to Eliza to share a little bit about her mental health story.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, I was on the highest amount of antidepressants that I've ever been on. It's something I had been dealing with for 8 years. And in those past 8 years, I had also become really good at taking care of myself. So everything that I knew made me feel good, I was doing a lot of yoga, meditation, eating well, preparing good meals, spending time in nature with friends, my family, traveling. But I still had a huge gap in my mental wellness, my mental health. So being on that high amount of medication made me feel really emotionally numb to the world. And so when my friend introduced this to me, I was really desperate. And I was pretty amazed by over time how much better I felt. I felt much more energized. I was sleeping better. I felt mentally clear, which was like a very strange feeling for me at the time. And I had the other thing that I just realized actually about a couple months ago is that my digestion is amazing now. Like, who loves better poops? I know I do. And so my quality of life has just continued to get better ever since, 2 years later. And now, I went from 250 milligrams of antidepressant medication to now 5. And that's huge for me. I can finally feel again. And I just want to be really honest with this part, though. My life was a lot easier when I was numb, but I also had no purpose. I had no life living inside of me. I didn't respect myself. I didn't love myself. And so therefore, my external world was crumbling in every single way. My life looks nothing like that now. And for the first time, I fully respect myself and love myself so much that I know me taking care of myself and having the positive energy helps me to serve others and have purpose, and also contribute to the well-being of all. So I want to pass it back to you, Kristen.
Eliza, thank you so much for sharing your truth. I'm going to have to breathe for a second because that vulnerability is huge, and I can feel it through the miles here. And so, as much as as we could talk about our stories and these products and our health programs, I want to transition into our amazing mission and business. And this part isn't for everyone, and that's totally fine. But one thing I've noticed is that people aren't always so quick to disclose what's happening behind closed doors, especially with finances. And so I feel like it's my responsibility to share the whole picture, to put all the cards on the table so that everyone who is listening can decide if this is something that's right for them, or see if anyone else in their life comes to mind. So from a career standpoint, I was running a very successful massage practice integrated with sports medicine. And I thought that I had it made in that department too, because I was my own boss. But in reality, my clients totally dictated my schedule, and I was always tied up evenings and weekends and holidays. I hadn't been home for Christmas in 7 years. And so I was trading dollars for hours, which means when I wasn't working, I wasn't getting paid. And so I kept working. And I became attracted to this because of what I shared. And I also saw what I shared with my story. And I also saw my dad getting off blood pressure medication and seeing my friends having healthy pregnancies. And I realized that I was doing a disservice by not sharing with others, sharing the same way that I'd share my favorite recipe or a workout class. So at the beginning of 2016, I said, I'm in. And in a 6-month time period, our team was able to help enough people get this whole food nutrition into their body that I was able to hire another therapist to take care of my clients. Well, I went on a 2-month road trip. I was able to work from my phone. I saw that my business was growing and thought, holy shit, this thing is real. I'm building a legitimate business on my terms and helping others with abundant health and wealth. So I started going part-time with my practice and then created enough space to go to Europe for a month the next summer. And I watched my paycheck grow while I was abroad. And the cool thing is, our paychecks are a direct reflection of the amount of people that we're helping. How many people get to say that? And so we got more serious, and at the beginning of this past year, hit the top position in the company, where I now have received a full health benefits package, which I have never had in my life. And then I got married last summer and was able to honeymoon most of July in Bali. And I don't share my story to impress you, but to impress upon you what could be possible. So Eliza, back over to you.
So my business story and a little bit about my journey with, the Abundance Project and this whole side of it and the mission is, I wasn't necessarily miserable at my job, but I also knew that I wanted more out of my life. So 2 years ago, I had been waitressing for 10 years, all at sushi restaurants with honestly great people and positive work environments, but I was also exhausted. I was still broke despite making a lot of money. I didn't own my own time. I was partying a lot, way more, and just not living in alignment with who I was at the core, or at least what made me really happy. And so, in the past, I've done a lot of traveling in the past 10 years, and I've seen people working from the road and being able to create this dream life and owning their hours. And that's something that I've always desired. And so when I started to, I was interested before I really started to take the product and have my own experience, but I also didn't fully look into it until I was like, wow, my mental health is just turned around 180 degrees. Like, I need to share this with people. I'm doing a disservice. Like Kristen said, I'm one person and there's so many people in the world that are seeking something like this. And so I saw Kristen and other like-minded gals living and building the life of their dreams, the life that I always had desired. So I honestly just linked arms with her. I told her to tell me what to do, and I'll listen to her. I'll do exactly that. And I've honestly never looked back. At times there's been a ton of uncertainty, and I've just continued to trust, and it's worked out. And at times I felt fear take over and stress and whatever else, real human emotions. I've decided to lean into the people that were full of light and positive energy and that are making this happen. And and that's worked as well. So I'm really happy to say I guess it's about a year now, I was able to walk away from the restaurant industry, and I now only do this and teach yoga. And I've recently been called to an opportunity to move to Hawaii, and then my partner and I were able to say yes because of the Abundance Project and because of just the time freedom that I now have. I own all my hours in my day, which feels amazing. And yes, there's discipline behind that, but I also own my life, and I couldn't say that before. Other amazing things continue to fall out of the sky. So I'm super excited to just see where this goes. And this community has become my family for sure. So Kristen, I'll hand it back to you.
Okay, let's take a brief look into the business side of the Abundance Project and what that entails. So we own something called a virtual franchise. It costs $50 a year to own your own business. So math on that is less than $1 a week. All we do is share by word of mouth, and the Juice Plus company does the rest. So they bill and collect, they ship directly to the customers, which means you don't have to have boxes of Juice Plus in your garage or under your bed. There's no inventory to keep, and the only Juice Plus that you touch is your own. All commission levels are permanent, so there's no quotas or monthly minimums required, and we get paid in 4 ways. So there's retail profit, commission, bonuses, and then at the top position of the company, we have that full health benefits package, which includes medical, dental, chiropractic, life, long-term care, college tuition assistance, holiday bonus, and a monthly expense allowance. So it's really amazing to know that you can have this life of freedom and still have health insurance to support yourself or your family. And so we've impacted over 1 million families so far with Juice Plus for children through our Healthy Family Starts program. So any child over the age of 4 through a full-time college student can receive Juice Plus with any adult sponsor who's using it. And so just reach out to Eliza if you want to learn more about that. And then we have our Tower Garden. So in a 3 by 3 foot space, we can grow produce aeroponically so that people can grow that nutrient-dense food at their fingertips while having impact with sustainable water usage. More details to be shared on that too, but I get to grow here in Colorado 365 days a year, and I tell you that lettuce is absolutely incredible. The grocery store, even sometimes the farmers markets can't get it that fresh because once it's picked, it starts losing nutrition. So not only does Juice Plus company inspire healthy living around the world, but really big into healthy giving. And so we're the title sponsor for the St. Jude's Marathon, and we're highly, highly involved with the Boys and Girls Club in teaching more about sustainability and plants. So Eliza, go ahead and close us down.
I just want to close this call by saying thank you for taking the time out of your day to see what we're up to. It really means a lot to me, and perhaps you resonated with some of the things that we shared and are ready to jump in and learn more about the Abundance Project, of how to improve you and your family's health and financial well-being. But maybe you are also just listening, and maybe this isn't for you, but you could also be a conduit for somebody else in your life. So I just want you to take a minute or two after the call to think about it, and think about if there's anyone in your life that could benefit from any of the topics we shared today. So whether that's an opportunity to improve their health, an opportunity to create more time freedom and flexibility, the opportunity to improve their finances, an opportunity to also be surrounded by an amazing community or be in community, and an amazing opportunity to give back in a really big way. And I'll just close by saying that when I signed up, and then I'm going to pass it to Kristen, I didn't know I was signing up for a business, or I knew I was signing up for a business, but I did not know I was signing up for a family. The health was there and I saw the wealth, but I did not see the community or the family. So Kristen, I'll give it to you. Thank you guys.
Yeah. And so, no matter what we're doing in life, and no matter how many fruits and vegetables we're eating, life can be challenging and it can throw us curveballs. And so it's amazing to know that there is this whole community there to lift me up and support me and help me rise. And I'm so grateful to be able to pass that along to others. And I know that it's been one of the main reasons that I've been able to grow and expand in this business as much as I have. So thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules for supporting meeting Eliza. And if there's any part that resonates with you or has you thinking of someone else, we would love to chat with you a bit more and give you permission to dream a little bit bigger. So have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Bye for now.